All right. So today, I just want to do a quick video on how you can add a deprecation note to the layer list widget in the ArcGIS API for JavaScript. This question's come up a couple times. I've seen it from people basically wanting a way to be able to identify deprecated layers in their maps, which is kind of useful if you have a lot of users using your maps. You don't necessarily know if an item's deprecated unless you look at the item page, or in the case here, the authors or the managers, whoever's managing the item in online, added the deprecated note to the title of the layer, which is really helpful. I mean, this here already kind of tells you it's deprecated, you're good to go. This will show up in the legend, the layer list. But that's not always the case, right? So sometimes a layer can get deprecated and maybe someone didn't update the title. So it'd be kind of nice if you could yourself as an app developer kind of add that to your applications for your users, which is kind of cool. So one thing to note is that the deprecation, or the way a NOAA layer is deprecated, it's a tag in the item ID. So you really only know it for any kind of portal item, whether it's online or your on-premise or enterprise ArcGIS, right? So this is a sample from the SDK that shows how you can add custom actions and everything to this. So it's doing some, I got like a full extent action somewhere in here. Yeah, up in here, layer information and so on and so forth, right? So what I want to do is I want to add something here to show that it's going to be deprecated. Maybe like a little alert or something like that, a little icon of some sort. So what I can do is that in the function that creates those actions, I can do that. So let's add it to the bottom of this function. So we're going to say if item.layer.portal item. So basically we want to check to see if this layer was created from a portal item. If it was, then it's going to go ahead and have this portal item object as part of the layer. Then we can do is we can say that another if, and that's another nested if here. I can do an and. I don't. You'll see why, because this gets kind of long. If I could do it, sorry, like this, an item dot something. It's just fine. It's just, whatever your preference is. I'm not doing it here just so I can clearly kind of distinguish in my Neanderthal brain of what it is I'm trying to do. So if it's portal item, and if that item.layer.portal item, could use some destruction there, tags includes, it's deprecated. Spell that right? I was looking at the layer, but it's not showing up because I'm doing some weird stuff. I'm breaking the app. Wait, I have an error. Tag includes is not, yeah. You're right, and I'm wrong. Oh yeah, I spelled that right. Deprecated. So if it includes the tags for the port item includes a deprecated tag, then I need to do some funky stuff here. I could just add some text. Come on, where's the fun in that? So let's do a create element. I'm gonna create a div, and normally I would do single quote. The rest of this app is double quote. I just can't live with myself if I'm mixing double quotes with single. Drive me nuts. So lm dot let's see here, class list. Now I'm going to add some CSS classes that I have already defined. I can show you them. It's not a big deal. Let's see. And message. Look at that. I forget if I can add them both there. I'm pretty sure I can. I know I can. I'm just, syntax is my strong suit at the moment. So now the inner text is going to say, not text is going to say item deprecated And then what I want to do is I want to say item dot panel. So that's what did again. Do this. I point at the monitor, and you can't. Yeah. Up here, the panel itself is what I want to get access to for this thing I'm doing here. Is going to be equal to content is going to be this element, and class name is going to be equal to Esri icon notice triangle error. No, not that sure. Like that. Yeah. I'll show you where I got that in a second. But there we go. So now, since it's a portal item, and if it has the deprecated tag, I just create a little div. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in here, and open that up, and yeah, it shows up there. And I have my item deprecated. You click on that. Boom. Get that real clear. Bam. You can't be mistaken. That's a deprecated item. And that's what this. That's what the inner text is going to be there. And then I've got some CSS here, just for the error and the message to make it italic, a little bigger font, make it that danger red, right? So that's all I'm doing there. And I do the same thing for this little icon that pops up over here. So the icons, let me show you where that comes from. If you go to the guide and go to reference, go to Esri icon font, and you'll have a list of all of the class names you can use for icons. So I think I had just searched for something like a triangle, right? So there's like an arrow, arrows there. So 1, 2, here we go. Esri icon notice triangle, right? So that's where I got that from. But yeah, so that's a quick and I think it's quick and a simple way to kind of add a deprecation notice using the layerless widget, and just kind of working with the functionality you get with the layerless widget to add that nice little touch to your apps. Right, so if you want to show your users or let your users know they might be looking at a deprecated layer, which is great because then they'll just call you and say, hey, this layer is deprecated. I need you to update the app or update the web map or whatever you got to do. All right, so it just kind of keeps the channels of communication open and probably more work for whoever's managing your web map, which is probably you, the developer, as well. All right, cool. Thanks a lot.